We're visiting Kamala Gamble at Guilford Gardens. And Kamala, Guilford Gardens is a CSA,
yes,
but a lot of our viewers probably don't know what that is. Tell us about it.
It stands for Community Supported Agriculture, and it's basically an agreement and a benefit to both the farmer and the individual family or persons that are in it. And so that's what it stands for.
And the way it works is people become members. They purchase a membership.
They do. They purchase a membership, and we have it as year-round as we can make it, you know, with Mother Nature involved.
Right.
And they get a weekly basket, and we provide recipes, and then we do some quarterly cooking classes to teach them how to cook what they're getting in their baskets. And so that's how we do it.
And their membership actually supports you as the grower.
Yes, it does. Yes, that's a real benefit to us because most of your costs are up front and you wait 6 to 9 months for a harvest, hopefully.
Right.
So anyway, but your expenses are up front and during the process.
Right, and I'm sure every year is a little bit different.
Yes.
The weather changes, crops fail.
That's right. Well, yeah, and for instance, in 2013, it was a wetter year than the previous 2 hot years in 2011 and 12, and everyone thought it was a great year, but it was too wet for us. And so we did not have good tomato crops. We had better tomato crops previous, and as you can see behind us, we've had several hot days, and our onions and have bolted, and we've had several crops bolt, so it's just, but I've decided that, you know, I mean, you meet farmers and who have been doing it for years and years and years and decades, and they have a patience and an understanding that this is what it is. Yeah. And you just roll with it and you make adjustments, and then you move on and you discover new things, and that's kind of the way it works.
And that's a great education for your members, that they learn about how the farm works a little bit more.
That's right. Yeah, we had a beautiful lettuce crop that we were looking at earlier, and it doesn't taste good. So I said, well, you'll get lettuce. Hopefully next week we'll put some shade cloth over it. And we do a lot of tours for Girl Scouts and Cub Scouts, and you know, and we let the school children and garden clubs, and they come and they pull the carrots out and they love the flavors. But we also educate them at that process. And I love what you're doing, because basically if everyone had a little garden, they would become way more attuned to weather and understand what happens. I know when I first started growing 14 years ago, after being a kid, you know, when it started raining, I woke up and listened to the rain. Was it a deluge or was it a nice little pitter patter? You know, was I going to come out and have drowned crops or something else? So you get way attuned to the weather and what's seasonal and what happens.
Absolutely. Now, one of the things your members probably experience by being part of a CSA rather than going to the grocery store is a lot of new crops, new flavors, new tastes.
Exactly, and we've grown new things because you have to keep it interesting. You just can't give them the same squash and zucchini. So we started tatsoi and bok choy, and then we would have kale. But now we're growing 3 different kinds of kale, and people who didn't like things. And then I have members who come to me with information because it's a whole sharing process. That's what I love about the CSA, is we're committed to them and they're committed to us. And so one of my less adventuresome members, you might say, told me, oh yeah, with the broccoli, you know, because with broccoli it's a 1 crop, right? Right. Maybe a few side shoots. Well, they said the broccoli leaves are delicious sauteed, and so we started sauteing the broccoli leaves and put that as a recipe. Sweet potato vines, you can, you know, the Asians cook sweet potato vines. So it's just the phenomenal process of the way we used to be 50 and 100 years ago, when you use the, you know, the pig from snout to tail. Well, we use every bit of the garden, you know, so anyway. Radish leaves, you can make great, you know, the radishes are a little hot right now, but we're putting in a recipe for radish soup, and you can use the radish leaves in them as well.
Well, Kamala, there's CSAs all over Oklahoma. How can people find out more about those?
Localharvest.org, and we're listed on there, but I think that, I assume that all other CSAs would be listed on that as well.
So a lot of opportunity, and I really want to encourage our viewers to get connected to their grower, and that's a wonderful way to do it, through CSA.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.